بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
The Quran is elegantly divided into 30 sections, known as juz or para, to facilitate recitation, memorization, and profound reflection. Today, we explore para 3, a portion richly woven with divine commandments, profound historical incidents, and enduring spiritual wisdom. While we won't cover every single verse, we will journey through its key themes to reveal the depth and beauty of this divine guidance. In the starting of this para, Allah declares to the believers in the opening verse of this section, "These messengers, we have preferred some of them above others. Among them are those to whom Allah spoke, and some He raised in rank. And we gave Jesus, son of Mary, clear proofs and supported him with the pure spirit. If Allah had willed, those generations after them would not have fought each other after the clear proofs had come to them. But they differed, among them were those who believed and those who disbelieved. And if Allah had willed, they would not have fought, but Allah does what He intends." Here, Allah illuminates that while all prophets are chosen and beloved, He has granted distinct degrees of excellence among them. Some were spoken to directly, and others were elevated in unique spiritual ranks. After honoring the messengers, Allah repeatedly commands believers to spend in His way. The point is simple: wealth is a trust given to us, not an absolute possession, and sincere generosity is a means of drawing nearer to God. Further, this can be elaborated as our wealth is not just ours, it's entrusted to us to use responsibly, and when we give generously, it draws us nearer to Allah. Then comes one of the most magnificent verses in the entire Quran, Ayatul Kursi, also called the verse of the throne. This single verse encompasses Allah's perfect praise, absolute glory, supreme greatness, and magnificent sovereignty. It is a profound declaration of His purity and omnipotence. It is narrated that Imam al-Suyuti said, "Whoever recites Ayatul Kursi after every obligatory prayer, that person will see their home in paradise before death." Immediately after Ayatul Kursi, Allah states, "There is no compulsion in religion. The right path has become distinct from error. Whoever rejects false gods and believes in Allah has grasped the firmest handhold that will never break. And Allah is all-hearing, all-knowing." Here Allah makes it clear, truth has been shown, and now the choice remains with the people. Those who reject it follow the devil, and those who accept it has hold onto an unbreakable rope. This verse answers the false claim that Islam spread by force. Allah makes it clear that Islam is not a religion of force. He has shown the truth plainly. Those who deny it have chosen the path of the devil, while those who accept it hold on to a firm, unbreakable bond. The surah then continues with the famous dialogue between Prophet Ibrahim and the tyrannical king, often identified as Namrud. Allah says, "Have you not seen the one who argued with Ibrahim about his Lord simply because Allah had granted him kingdom? When Ibrahim said, 'My Lord is the one who gives life and causes death,' he replied, 'I give life and cause death.' Ibrahim said, 'Well then, my Lord brings the sun from the east, so bring it from the west.' Thereupon the disbeliever was confounded. And Allah does not guide the wrongdoers. This verse talks about a king who was drunk on power, claimed divinity. Prophet Ibrahim first responded, 'My Lord gives life and death.' To this the king freed a prisoner and killed another, saying, 'See, I give life and death too. Prophet Ibrahim then changed his argument to match the level of the king's foolish logic, and said, My Lord brings the sun from the east, bring it from the west if you are truly a god. To this the king had no answer and was left speechless. This shows the Quran's perfect way of arguing. When someone brings foolish evidence, the response is tailored to expose that foolishness with clear, undeniable truth. Continuing in this para, Allah provides a breathtaking demonstration of His power to resurrect, by pointing out an incident. Or consider the one who passed by a town, completely ruined, its roofs caved in. He wondered, how could Allah ever revive this after its death? So Allah caused him to die for 100 years, then brought him back to life. To explain this verse, scholars identify this man as the Prophet Uzair, or as some people call him as Ejra. Witnessing a destroyed civilization, he pondered resurrection. Allah made him a living sign. He was caused to sleep for a century. His donkey decayed to bones, yet his provisions remained fresh. Upon waking, Allah asked, How long did you sleep? He replied, A day or part of a day. Allah said, No, you slept for 100 years. Look at your food and drink, they have not spoiled. And look at your donkey, its bones have decayed. He witnessed his donkey being reassembled before his eyes, leading him to proclaim, Now I know that Allah is most capable of everything. This shows Allah's absolute power over life and death. The surah then recounts Prophet Ibrahim's request to see how Allah revives the dead. Ibrahim said, My Lord, show me how you give life to the dead. Allah replied, Do you not believe? Ibrahim said, Yes, but so that my heart may be at peace. Allah commanded him to take 4 different birds, slaughter them, mince and mix their flesh, then place portions on 4 separate mountains. Then Allah said, Call them. Ibrahim called, and by Allah's permission, the birds came back to life, flying toward him. Allah said, O Ibrahim, as I revived these birds, so I will revive those whose bones have turned to dust. The surah then encourages spending in the way of Allah, promising that whatever is spent for His sake will be returned multiplied by up to 700 times or more, for those who have true faith. Allah then warns that devil tempts people toward miserliness and indecency, so believers must turn away from that and turn toward goodness. He then describes wisdom as one of the greatest blessings. Allah says, Allah grants wisdom to whom He wills, and whoever is given wisdom has been given great good. A large portion of Para 3 strongly condemns riba, also known as interest usury. Allah says those who consume interest will stand on the day of judgment as though touched by devil, confused and trembling. He commands, Leave whatever remains of riba, if you are truly believers. If you do not, then be prepared for a war from Allah and His Messenger. One of the longest and most detailed verses in the Quran, Ayah 282, is also in this para. It commands that every transaction, debt, or agreement be written down clearly, with witnesses, so there is no dispute. Allah reminds us, Whatever is in the heavens and whatever is on the earth belongs to Allah. Whether you show what is within yourselves or conceal it, Allah will bring you to account for it. In matters of worldly dealings, Allah prescribes meticulous honesty and transparency. Allah commands that all financial dealings be written down. He reminds us, everything in the heavens and the earth belongs to Allah. We are only entrusted with it. On the Day of Judgment, everything will be taken into account. This surah closes with a beautiful, comprehensive prayer taught to us by Allah Himself. O Lord, do not punish us if we forget or make a mistake. O Lord, do not burden us as you burdened those before us. O Lord, do not burden us with what we cannot bear. Pardon us, forgive us, and have mercy on us. You are our protector, so help us against the disbelieving people. As Surah Al-Imran begins, Allah introduces a crucial key to understanding the Quran. Allah explains that the Quran contains clear verses and verses which require understanding. Those with crooked hearts chase the unclear verses to mislead people. This distinguishes between clear, foundational verses and those that are allegorical. The sincere seek clarity from the former, while those with ill intent manipulate the latter. The surah recounts the blessed story of Maryam, daughter of Prophet Imran, dedicated to Allah's service by her mother. Her mother had prayed, O my Lord, I have vowed to you what is in my womb, dedicated for your service. So accept this from me. Indeed you are the hearing, the knowing. When she gave birth to a girl, she said, My Lord, I have given birth to a female, and the male is not like the female. I name her Maryam, and I seek your protection for her and her offspring from Shaitan, the outcast. Her maternal uncle, Prophet Zachariah, took responsibility for her care. He made a special chamber for her in the mosque where she worshipped and lived in devotion. One day when Prophet Zachariah entered her chamber, he found fresh fruits out of season. He asked, O Maryam, where does this come from? She replied, It is from Allah. Indeed, Allah provides for whom He wills without measure. Seeing this, Zachariah, who was old and childless, prayed to Allah for a righteous child. Allah accepted his prayer and granted him Prophet Yahya. The surah then speaks of Maryam's miraculous pregnancy and the birth of Prophet Isa, also known as Jesus to few, a child born without a father, by Allah's command. Allah describes how Prophet Isa would create a bird from clay and breathe into it, and it would become a living bird by Allah's permission. Heal those born blind and lepers. Give life to the dead by saying, Wake up in the name of Allah. Tell people what they ate and what they stored in their homes. All of this was by Allah's grace and act as clear signs of His prophethood. The Para 3 of the Quran is a masterful compilation that seamlessly connects belief with action and historical lessons with eternal laws. It begins by establishing the hierarchy of prophethood, reminding us of the honor and responsibility bestowed upon those chosen to guide humanity. Through the powerful stories of Prophets Ibrahim, Uzair, and Isa, This para presents undeniable proofs of Allah's absolute power over life and death, strengthening the foundation of faith in the Creator. It then teaches us how to approach the Quran itself, not with a heart that seeks confusion, but with sincerity, humility, and a desire for truth. Those who chase unclear verses to mislead only expose the sickness of their hearts. The para reaches its spiritual peak in the miraculous birth and life of Prophet Isa, reinforcing a timeless truth: for Allah, nothing is impossible. Finally, Allah arms the believer with the most powerful weapon of all, a heartfelt supplication that acknowledges human weakness and seeks His mercy, forgiveness, and support. In essence, Para 3 teaches us that true faith is a complete system. It protects the heart from doubt through evidence, guides the limbs toward righteous action, governs society with justice, and ultimately returns the soul to its Lord in humility, trust, and hope for His infinite mercy.